Yo, so this video is in HDR, and if you're watching on a mobile device, there's a good chance your device supports it. If so, you should see a badge. If you're watching this on desktop or it just looks like straight up trash with everything overblown, there's a good chance it doesn't support HDR, and if that's the case, I have an SDR grade and Vimeo link down below, and a direct download because this was shot in Dolby Vision on the iPhone 12 mini and 12 Pro Max. So if you're on an iPhone 8 or later, on iOS 14 or later, you should be able to watch this in its true native format.
Are you nervous? Does holding your gun make it hurt less? Are you certain? Well, it's all relative to where you stand, and you call yourself a man. But sometimes quiet is violent, science is lying. Sometimes we try to be kind, but people are dying. I've been pushing daisies ever since I was 18. Everybody wants us dead or alive. The f***ing kids I know right, they're calling us crazy. Hollywood's burning, baby. Everyone's busy picking a side, while all the kids I know right this time. Am I worthless? Is singing the wrongs a disservice? Are we learning? Well, it's all relative to what you see in the news and on TV. Oh, but sometimes quiet is violent, science is lying. Sometimes we try to be kind, but people are dying. I've been pushing daisies ever since I was 18. Everybody wants us dead or alive. The f***ing kids I know right, they're calling us crazy. Hollywood's burning, baby. Everyone's busy picking a side, while all the kids I know right. Oh, if we're all living here on the ground, wanna look around. Oh, say we're changing the way that we are. How can we not? But I've been pushing daisies ever since I was 18. Everybody wants us dead or alive, but all the kids I know right. Crazy, Hollywood's burning, baby. Everyone's busy picking a side, while all the kids I know right this time.
So future behind the scenes Jonathan here. This video is kind of a bunch of things in one. Firstly, shout out to Ryan for the cinematography and location shoot with Emma, and shout out to Peerspace for having COVID safe options. I did upload this a few weeks ago and ended up pulling it because I just wasn't super happy with my guitar playing, especially with Emma's vocals being fantastic. So I ended up re-recording my guitar on the new M1 Mac Mini. The original song is on piano, so kind of my interpretation of this ended up being a capo on the 2nd fret. There's a lot of chord changes in this one, so I ended up writing them out in Logic Pro, which really helped me kind of memorize them and stay on track. As far as music production on M1 and Big Sur, there definitely are growing pains. A lot of things surprisingly do work, but there are things that don't. Primarily, I would use a Universal Audio Solo interface, but it just does not work on the M1 Big Sur machines. Luckily though, the Apogee stuff does work, so I was lucky enough to get my hands on the new Symphony desktop, which has been amazing. Definitely stay tuned for more in-depth coverage on that, but I ended up using an Audio-Technica AT4053B directly into the Symphony desktop, and that was it. Huge shout out to Kari for the strings on this track. Like I said, I wasn't super happy with the original guitar recording. He definitely pushed me to be better. We were on the phone, he was kind of like, bro, what are you playing here? But in the best possible way. I think that's super important for me, and especially with this channel, just having some humility and knowing that there's always room for improvement. Kari is about as pro as it gets, so it's been super huge for me, just helping me kind of get back into that music side of things, because at this point it's definitely more of an amateur thing from my side. It's kind of crazy, but I ended up hooking up the Pro Display XDR in HDR mode, which is super helpful with kind of outputting and grading this in HDR. So yeah, that's kind of the backstory behind this one. Again, Pushing Daisies by Loote. I'll drop a link to it down below. For real though, appreciate the support on this channel. It's been incredible. And if you missed it, drop the full audio version to MagSafe here on YouTube with my friend Vibing Cat, and I'll also link that down below.